What's up, guys? Nintenjoel here once again, and it is episode number 48 for pickups. Holy crap, almost up to 50. The shelf is a little fuller than the last time you guys saw it because I did the trade night pickups, and I also did a couple unboxings and didn't really show the shelves in between those, so this is where it stands now. You guys are actually able to see the very bottom shelf, which has all the handhelds and stuff. But there's a ton of stuff in this pickup episode. Ton of stuff. Lots of NES games. This is the most amount of NES games ever in a pickup video that I've done, so there's quite a few. It's not like 100 or anything like that, but it's quite a damn few. And yeah, other games as well. Really cool trades. So let's go ahead and get to the table and find out what pickups I did get. Wang! Alright guys, got a lot of pickups for you guys, so we're just going to get straight to it. All kinds of stuff. First of all, my girlfriend actually hunts for games for me because she works near a Goodwill. It's like literally just like a few blocks away, so she goes to Goodwill literally almost every day that she works, and she picked up for me something just cheap, but it's pretty pretty damn rare to find NES games in the wild anymore, thrift stores or Goodwill, and I think this is only $2. Label's in great shape. It's just Jeopardy, but hey, you know, actually, you know what? And what's funny is, I hate to say it, but I keep saying I like Nintendo games that are kind of cheesy sometimes and kind of cheap. I'm trying all these cheapos out as I'm getting them, and they're not that bad. And honestly, the game show ones, they're pretty fun. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to play Jeopardy. I played a different version of Jeopardy recently, and it was pretty fun. So yeah, what can you say? Alright, then I did a trade with my buddy Haven and got all kinds of stuff from him. Multiple games and a few manuals as well. So let's just do the manuals real quick. We got Hogan's Alley, and we have Tetris, both in really good shape. Very nice. Blaster Master is a little worn, kind of like sun damage, or just kind of worn, I guess, but still, it's complete. It's all there. And then my favorite for sure for Super Nintendo, we got Final Fight. So very nice to get some manuals, some manuels, and then oddly enough, the first game I have from Haven is Super Jeopardy. So now I think I have like 3 different versions of Jeopardy. Hell yeah, and got the manual for that as well. And then we've got Pinbot, which I swore I had, but I somehow don't. So there's Pinbot. And that one came with the manual as well. And then Pinball. Got a theme going on here. 2 Jeopardies and 2 Pinballs so far, and a bunch of manuals. No manual on that one. Kings of the Beach. Nothing exciting there, but hey, you know, they were like cheapo, like almost throw-ins, so no big deal. Something I did kind of really want actually for a while on Genesis, Stargate. Hell yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Stargate looks fun. Looks like a side-scrolling action platformer, and it's got like a bunch of movie clips from it, so it actually looks technologically advanced for the time, so that's pretty neat. And then we've got, this one's really beat up, but I didn't have the cart or anything, and he was either selling this or trading this for just ridiculously cheap. Muppet Adventure, and if I remember correctly, the cart is in really good shape. Yeah, the cart's in excellent condition. It's got the manual, but it's one of those things, like I think my last episode I was talking about the ones where they get to a rental shop, and the rental shop takes the manual and they laminate every single page and then like staple it together with a hardcore staple. Yeah, that's what happened with that one. So really, this is just, the box is just to look, I wouldn't say pretty on my shelf, but to be there on my shelf. And yeah, the game's in good condition. This one I'm actually not positive I got from Haven, but I think I did. Bust Move 2 Arcade Edition, which is funny, I just got this from Matt on Sega Saturn recently, complete in box, which is freaking awesome. If I didn't get that from you, let me know in the comments below, Haven, if you happen to be watching this. And then Nights into Dreams on Sega Saturn. I had a disc only of this, but this is the not for resale version, and the disc is fairly good, and yeah, so there we go. I think that is it from Haven. Yep, it is. And I got a Nintendo game from Portland, Oregon, where a friend of mine that goes by Phobia lives, and he had already traded me a bunch of stuff in a previous episode not too long ago, where I got Monster Party, a few cheapos, and most of all, Cryon Conquest from him. But he had one more game towards that trade to send me, and that was something that he picked up at a game store, which was Terra Cresta. Hell yeah, that's awesome. And I still kind of owe him something too. I have a Masters of the Universe like action figure for him. But yeah, Terra Cresta, this is cool because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I have an arcade cabinet. Actually, I have 2 arcade cabinets, and one of them is Terra Cresta. So I've been very curious how the NES one plays. Very similar, very, very similar. All the elements are there, the same elements, but it seems like the levels are kind of squashed a little bit, and there's more enemies. So, unbelievably, because the arcade version, I can tell you, is really hard, Terra Cresta on NES is even harder. So, I was expecting maybe an easier ride there, and yeah, I was disappointed to get my ass handed to me. Okay, so... Oh, next one's a really cool one. This is really cool because this was like a request of mine, and I guess this dude actually makes these now and has already sold quite a few of them. So I had found out about a game called GG Alest 2 on Game Gear, I believe from Bossum Burf. I'm not positive about that, but anyways, even if I'm not right, go check out Bossum Burf's channel. I love his channel. Really good channel, talks about RPGs a lot, but I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I'll have to check. Maybe I'll put a little note in the box below what channel it was, but somebody talked about GG Alest 2 on the Sega Game Gear, and I was like, well, how the hell can I play this? It's like a $200 game. I can't remember if it's like Europe only, or if it's Japanese only, or what, but it didn't come out in America. It's like $200, and so I hit up my buddy Sean, and I said, hey Sean, do you think you can make a Master System game from a Game Gear game? I was like, can you convert a Game Gear game into a Master System cart? Because I've heard of some people doing that. At least I think I did, or maybe I just like thought it out. I don't think so. Something told me that you can make a Game Gear game into a Master System cart, and Sean said, I'm pretty sure I can. And he said, here's a list of suitable donors. If you can give me one of these games, I'll figure it out for you. And sure enough, I scored a copy of Afterburner loose from a dude named Richard locally, and I ended up getting made for me a copy of GG Alest 2 for the Sega Master System. And he made cover art for it and everything, and you know, it's got the back art and all that, and it's got a sticker. Sticker's a little darker than it should be for, you know, a Sega Master System card, and it's coming up a little bit, but yeah, it's just so clean and amazing, and the fact that I recommended this and he made it on my request and then has made several others is just amazing. Alright, we're going to take a little break for 1 second here. Okay, and we're back. If you're wondering why I had to take a short break, it's because my cat was being an asshole and clawing at under the door trying to get in. So I had to go shoosh him away. So anyways, thank you very much, Sean, for this. This is just too much. This is like the greatest thing ever. It doesn't play on the Retron. The Retron doesn't know what to probably do with a cart it's never heard of for the Game Gear on a Master System cart, played through a power-based converter onto a Retron. So no, this did not work on that, but it does work fine on my Master System, which is good enough for me, and a really, really cool oddity to add to my shelf. Not many people have these. I can tell you that. As far as I know, I think he said like 4 or 5 people now have these, but really freaking cool. So thank you very much for that, Sean. Okay, then I did a trade with my buddy Trent, and he got 2 cheapo Super Nintendo games for these first 2 games. Wolverine, which I've been after for a little while, even though I know it's crappy. It's not really the best game ever. I'm going to scoot all this over. And then a game I've actually been after for a while that's kind of a cheapo, but still. Super off-road, super fun game. I can see why Pat and Ian really talk about this game a lot. Pat always talks about this game, but super off-road, yeah, hell yeah, very good game. So much fun. And then the last one, and damn it, I was trying to remember what the hell I traded him for this. It was something he really wanted, but I can't freaking ever remember crap. I don't know why. Shadow of the Ninja, not the greatest label ever, but man, this game is getting hard to find. This is one of those games on Nintendo that is just going to rise in value and rise in value. And Trent actually ordered this game because I told him about it, and then he ended up trading it to me. So thank you, Trent. That's freaking awesome. Thank you for all 3 games. Really freaking cool. Shadow of the Ninja. If you guys don't know what this is, go look up gameplay. I want to say Michael B. the Game Genie did a review on this, or maybe it was 8-Bit Eric. Actually, I think it was 8-Bit Eric. But anyway, Shadow of the Ninja, 2-player, simultaneous, side-scrolling, platforming, ninja action, kind of like Ninja Gaiden, but repeat, 2-player simultaneous. This is amazing, and it actually kind of reminds me of Ninja Spirit. Which is funny because there's another game up here soon that I'm going to show you that reminds me of Ninja Spirit as well. So very strange. We've got 2 ninja games that are pretty cool, and we're going to run out of room real quick here, so we're just going to scoot all this over. I got a lot of Nintendo games. In fact, maybe I can make like 3 rows this time of Nintendo games. But the first one I have for you from the next trade is a Super Nintendo game. This came from a trade with my buddy Jake, who I used to do a ton of trades with, and we started kind of thinking about doing trades again, and there might be another big trade coming up soon. In the meantime, we did this ridiculously big trade. He got quite a few good things for me. I'm not going to list all that off, but what's funny is I got something of my own back, which is Kirby Superstar. I traded him this a while ago, and I guess he doesn't really play it very much, and he knew that I was kind of after Kirby games after I got rid of Kirby games. I never grew up with Kirby, and so I didn't know how fun they were until I started playing the one for NES, and now I'm just like hooked on Kirby games. So very good to get Superstar because it's multiple games in one, and yeah, it looks really, really fun. So, okay, then I got 3 Sega Master System games from him. Unusual, very unusual. Don't see that all the time. First of all, Time Soldiers, which I had a copy of, but it was loose. This one is beautiful and in complete condition, just a tiny bit of wrinkling on the manual, but other than that, just beautiful. And then, all 3 games were beautiful. Shinobi, I did not have this one. And as you guys know, I'm going for as many Sega Master System games as I possibly can, up to a full set. You know, but 2 of them are pretty much impossible to find. And here, let's do this. Just throw that right there. Or actually, you know what? Knights is a better game. I'll put that on top. See how picky I am? And the last one, never even heard of this game. He was like, yeah, I got this Master System game that I think you don't have called Kinsaiden. And I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. And it turns out to be a ninja game also, and very, very fun. Very fun. This is more Shinobi-like, though. But, yeah, Kinsaiden, and this one's also beautiful, and just, this is the one that was in the best shape and the one I was most excited about. Very nice shape, so that was cool. I think Jake has ran out of Master System games that I need. We've done quite a few trades, and I've asked him about Master System games a few times. Alright, so then I got a bunch of Nintendo games from him, like a stack of them. And first of all, we're going to start with an unlicensed cart. We've got one that's really fun, B-52. That's B-E-E-52. You are an insect, and you go around shooting things, and it is really fun. It's awesome. I think this game gets a lot of shit, but in my opinion, very, very fun game, and one well worth having and playing. Ooh, we can bunch these together. Alright, and then we've got another unlicensed game, and this is funny, this was my old copy too, Impossible Mission 2, which I actually, Jake won, I think it was my very first contest, and he won this, but I guess he never plays it, and it was on my want list, so it was like, hey, if you want that back, we can throw that in with the trade. I was like, yeah, sure, why not, if you're willing to, and he was like, yeah, I never play it, so Impossible Mission 2 is back in my possession. Yeah, that's a funny one. He got a bunch of games, but that's the one that I was like, when I traded it, I was like, should I have gotten rid of my unlicensed game? Man, I kind of like unlicensed games. And there's been a couple now that I've actually traded and kind of regretted, including Mission Cobra from the Color Dreams cards. Anyways, different story. Let's get moving. Mighty Bomb Jack. I actually don't know anything about this game. I've heard of it before, like many times, and I don't remember even how it plays. Jurassic Park. This plays like the Super Nintendo version, if I am correct, and it's fairly fun. I like it, actually. Yeah, not bad. I'm sure a lot of people don't like it, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, Legendary Wings, needed this back, traded this to my buddy Kevin, and you know what? That's okay, because this one's got an epic label on it. Very, very nice label. And I've got Prince of Persia, which I also have on Super Nintendo. You know, I'm a Prince of Persia fan. I hate to say it, I'm a Prince of Persia fan. I played it on, that's one of the very, very few PC games I played, and I played it on Super Nintendo. When I got it on Super Nintendo, I was very excited because I remember playing it on PC. I think maybe in school. I'm not positive, but yeah. The Nintendo version is still fun. Really fun. I love it. It's awesome. Oh, a game I've been after for a while. I was just thinking about this today. Nightshade. It's got some sticky void crap on the back, but I can get that off. Or switch it out with a shitty game I'm going to trade. But Nightshade, trade into a game store. But yeah, Nightshade, really fun. Like a, I think it's kind of point and clickish. But yeah, really cool. That's one where you start out and have to like hide behind the wall because otherwise you're going to blow up. Okay, very, very good one. Another one I was after for a while for sure. Clash at Demon Head. I actually thought I had this for some reason a long time ago. And I don't think I did, or I traded it. Maybe in the Giant Evo trade, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know. Not really sure. But for some reason I thought I used to have that at some point. But yeah, Clash at Demon Head, side-scrolling action platformer. Okay, here's the other Ninja game. Last game from Jake. Kind of. The last game from Jake kind of is another Ninja game that is two-player action simultaneous, and nobody ever talks about it. Ninja Crusaders. Holy crap, you guys need to play Ninja Crusaders. This also reminds me of Ninja Spirit for TurboGrafx, and it's just fun, really good game. Kind of hard, but yeah, it's two-player action. It's freaking awesome. Check out all these Nintendo games. Freaking ridiculous. Okay, so I did get one more thing from Jake, and it was a really, really good game. But I traded it. I wasn't sure if I was going to trade it because I actually really liked it. And I asked Jake if he minded if I traded it. And he was like, oh, no, whatever. It was just the most expensive one in the trade pile that I wanted, either for trade fodder or to keep. I played it for a while, and it was really fun. The game in question here is Rockin' Cats for NES. And that is a very hard game to come across. I've never actually seen a copy before. And I actually liked it. It was pretty fun. But my friend Kevin bugged me about it a couple times, and Kevin has been after Rockin' Cats for a long time. It's an Atlas game, side-scrolling platformer where you have like grappling action, you use like a punch thing, and it's pretty fun. It's not bad. But he offered to buy me a couple games online, if I saved him like a few dollars, and I was like, sure, there is one game I'm really after. And so, sorry to burst you guys' bubble, but that's going to be in the next pickup episode. He got me two games. One was like a $15 game, the other one's like a $50 game. And I haven't seen Rockin' Cats or the game that I got from him, and I think it's going to be just as rare, and I enjoy that game more. I knew I would. I've seen multiple reviews, and yeah. So, although I don't have Rockin' Cats to show you, I did have Rockin' Cats. Thank you very much for that, Jake, and not caring that I traded it or whatever. I told him ahead of time, and he was like, oh no, it doesn't mean anything to me if I'm trading it, so I was like, all right, we'll see. And I actually thought I was going to keep it until I got offered that game by Kevin. So, or got offered to get like basically what I wanted at a decent price. And we found a decent one and had an excellent label. And at the same time, he ordered himself a copy of that game that's going to be in the next episode. So what's my last game? What's the good game? I always have my last game be the best one, right? Well, I do. There's not really a good story for this because I don't generally buy games online, but this is a purchase that I got from a dude on a Facebook group. This is pretty much full price, but I feel like I had to get this game while I could, and yeah, I've been after this for a long time. This is the game that was top on my list for Nintendo, and that is Ghost Lion. Oh man. I am so happy to have this back. I traded this in the Epic Evo trade, Evo Search for Eden on Super Nintendo. So many games went to that trade because that was such an expensive game. And Ghost Lion was the one, along with Journey to Silius. Oh, there's one more too that I haven't gotten back, and that's Zen Intergalactic Ninja. But those three Nintendo games went to that trade, and those three Nintendo games have skyrocketed in value. So I'm after Zen Intergalactic Ninja pretty hardcore, but Ghost Lion, very happy to get back. And if you are not familiar with Ghost Lion, you need to play it. It is a Dragon Warrior clone. A Dragon Warrior clone with a chick that looks nothing like the chick on the cover. And you're trying to find your parents, I believe. And yeah, it's an awesome RPG. It's really, really good, actually. And that's all I have for you guys. Let's go see what the hell this shit looks like on the shelf. There's so much of it. Alright, guys, that's it. Holy crap, what an episode. Pickups number 48 will go down in history. as the NES episode and the Ninja episode, which leads me to today's question. What is your favorite Ninja game of all time? I think my favorite Ninja game has got to be probably Ninja Gaiden. I do really like Shinobi, but I haven't really played it a whole lot. I grew up with Ninja Gaiden. However, of the new Ninja games that I have, Shadow of the Ninja, wherever that is, this game is amazing. Get this copy, not this copy, but get a copy of this while you can. Very, very fun game, and you can play it with a friend, so really cool. So yeah, leave a comment down below what's your favorite Ninja game, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's down there, it's red, and it says subscribe. You may as well, you're already here. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Be on the lookout for one more pickup episode that'll fill up this shelf, and then we're going to do a really cool retrospective on the shelf and some other videos for you guys. So keep an eye out, subscribe, so you can get info on when that is happening. Thank you very much for watching. Keep rocking the retro games.